Oh, hi. Yo, welcome to Team RaddTitan, and this is the Collectors Chat. This is our weekly episode that we've missed the last 2 weeks, I think. 2 weeks. So this is the third week that we should
Feels
have
like
been on.
longer.
So
Feels like longer.
it does feel
Feels
like
like
longer.
been away for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you don't know, this is George and that's Alex. We've been friends for well over 30 years. And we have the collecting channel RaddTitan that we look after and run. So we're going to be running through the latest updates. We're going to be talking about what's going on in the community, answering your questions. We've got a few questions that we've been asked to go over, so we're going to go over those. And we've got like a lot of stuff to go over because we've got so many pictures and updates from all the company stuff over the last 3 weeks.
Would have got much less time to kill somebody, I think. Much less time. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to pour myself a drink today. So I'm going to go with some.
What are you having?
I think it's like is it David Beckham or something who promotes it?
Really?
Some whiskey. Yeah.
I'm a Man United fan, and I wouldn't drink anything he promotes.
Well, you don't really drink whiskey, do you? So it's not really good whiskey. It's just cheap. Cheap does the job. Oh yeah, chin chin.
Cheers.
Oh yeah. Smooth. Man, I haven't got a coaster.
So since we were last on, Alex has turned 40 and he's moved house.
Yeah, depressing.
So midlife crisis imminent any second now.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, I moved place, and the place I got actually had this kind of converted loft space, which I was going to use as storage, which I am using as storage, and then I actually realised I could fit a little bit more up here than I planned. So my plan is to kind of cover the boxes with some kind of black sheets, like blackout sheets, so I could use it for my PC there and cover the shit. So yeah, that's my plan, and it's big enough to have my desk, and I've got quite a big desk here, so it's about 2 meters wide by 1.5 meters. The other one is like a corner desk, so quite a lot of space up here. Got a layout there, and then I got a module case there, which I managed to put on top of the boxes to store. And I'm like, you know what? I could kind of get some stuff in there if I need to, and yeah. So I'm just like having a little way of trying to make the most of this kind of area, which was only originally designed for storage. Am I boring you already? Fuck you.
Yeah, man, Jesus.
So
40 years old, still boring as shit.
Yeah. Anyway, so other than that, yeah, so I moved house. A lot of help from Johnny and Mike, and I guess George helped a little bit as well. And so yeah, George, Johnny, and Mike helped a lot. Got all the stuff done. I realised
first in and last out. That's helping a little bit.
Well, I realised I should have just destroyed all the furniture and just bought it all again. It probably would have only cost me a little bit more. So
I definitely would have done that. That would have been and I did suggest that you do the same, but you didn't listen to me. Told you that a few weeks, probably a couple of months before you were due to do it all.
Anyway, done it now. Got everything here, and starting to become homely. Starting to get it all set up. I do need to still buy a new sofa, and got an excuse to buy a new TV, I guess, as well. So yeah. So my problem is trying to get a sofa to fit kind of where I wanted it. I saw a perfect sofa, measurement wise, today, but it looked like a pile of crap. So I was just like, God damn it. But yeah,
I mean, there's a problem that most people find with furniture, especially getting the right sort of thing to fit your house or your room or whatever it is. It sort of limits how it looks. If you got a fucking massive room, it don't matter. You're just just buying shit to fill it.
I don't.
Yeah,
but
that's what I mean.
Did I send you the picture of the under the stairs thing?
No.
Oh yeah, I made it really nice. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. It's
the little things. It's the little things that keep a guy interested.
The practicality of it is it's absolutely useless, but it looks nice. And other than that, yeah, 1040. That was interesting. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where you you're kind of counting down the days for it to kind of happen. So like a couple of years before, you're like, yeah, I've still got a lot of time. As it gets closer, you're like, yeah, a few months away now. And then people are going, oh, what do you want to do for your birthday? What do you want to do for your birthday? Do you want to do something? Let's do something for your birthday. I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to celebrate it, to be honest with you. But luckily, I mean, I'm happy because George took me out for my birthday, took me somewhere nice. And we had a good time. We had some good food. It's a really nice food. I ate well too much. And literally when we got dropped off at my house, I just literally passed out. And so much food.
I had to drive, and it was a scary experience trying to drive when you're that full up.
Well, I walked right near there the other day. There's a park right near me, and it goes up and it goes right the way up to there. And we walked right near there. So yeah,
nice grounds around there. It's like
really nice park. Really nice park.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, nothing new in. I won a comic. That was nice.
What did you win?
I won Amazing Spider-Man 194, I want to say, which is the first appearance of Black Cat. I won a 9.0 of that.
Oh,
and
nice.
I originally had a 9.0 PGX one. What happened was I sent it to CGC to get regraded, and it dropped, I think, to an 8, but I can't be sure. Maybe an 8.5 or an 8. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I sold it, and sold it for all right money. And then I was a bit like, I quite like Black Cat. I do quite like Black Cat, and I was a bit like, maybe I'll buy like a higher grade. And I entered a raffle for like £8 and won it. So it was nice. Just one ticket. And then I got messages, like 3 or 4 messages from Paul Coogan just going, you jammy fuck. You're such a jammy fuck. One ticket and you won it, you jammy fuck. And then the next day, and 24 hours later, another message going, I've been thinking about it for the last 24 hours. You're still a jammy fuck. So yeah, it was quite funny.
Got to be honest. There's a bit of this. It sounds like a bit of resentment and bitterness in that voice.
I think so. But again, I mean, it's not like a really expensive comic. It's probably about £450, £500. But for £8, I'll have that all day long.
You'll take that all day long, won't you?
I'll take that. Yeah. So
your Hebrew brethren will fucking celebrate and cheer you and drink under your name.
You know, with that, I thought I might as well enter a couple more and see how they go. So yeah, we'll see. I'll watch this space. So yeah, I've got to go to the post office tomorrow when I come and meet you. I've got to go to the post office to collect it anyway, because they tried to deliver it today, but it was like signed for and I went home.
Yeah.
Oh, Passion for Art is in Amsterdam. Passion for Art. If you're in Amsterdam, hit me up on Facebook. If you've got me on Facebook, XM are in Amsterdam at the moment, and they were looking to meet up with some collectors. So yeah, let me know. Let me just go through these comments really quickly. So Richard Gouthier in the house. How's it going?
Yo.
Good to see you. Jason Perkins. I was lost without you last week, fellas. I'm glad. We're here now. We're here now for you. Nice to see you back again. Never miss a show. Best statue channel out there.
Oh,
chin.
Bless your heart, man.
Love it all.
Bless your cotton stinks.
Have a little sip of that. All right, so looking forward to your thoughts on the J&D Joker production piece. Looks quite special. I watched a video of it. Actually, I didn't get any stills of it. And, you know, if that is truly the production piece, it looks phenomenal. It looks really good. It looks better than their competition. And I think J&D are definitely someone to look out for. I mean, I think they got a little bit of stick about their Alpha Flak. I think it was a bit shiny. But that was the first piece that they released. But some of their pieces look really nice, J&D. So definitely keep an eye on them. J&D looks amazing, better than the Blitzway version. Yeah, Jason Perkins, $5 say they'll be late. Want to bet? Yeah. Then I've replied back going, yeah, we need 20 more minutes. So yeah, apparently we owe him 5. Punisher says we have to wait while Gio finishes his workout.
If that's putting my son to bed and dealing with my wife, then definitely my workout. Yeah.
Yeah. Evening. How's it going, Nick? Hope
It's
all
fun.
is well.
It's funny. This is pretty much what it's like, right? It goes like this. Monday. Should we go to bed 8:30? Should we take the little one up to bed at 8:30? Yeah. Let's take him to bed. Read him a story. Give him all this. Brush the teeth. Yeah. No problem. See, when it's like a Wednesday or a Thursday and there's a chat going on, babe, it's like 9:05. What do you think? Take him to bed? He's quite happy where he is for the time being. He's like, you fucking woman.
She knows.
She knows.
How's it going, Carl? Hope all is good. I typed in Gio's waiting for his pre-workout to kick in.
Dude, I took pre-workout. I took pre-workout once, man. And I got really scared.
Yeah, I did. I did pure caffeine once, and that was a bad day. Really bad.
What's that like?
I told you before, where literally they give you this little spoon. They give you a spoon which is like literally like the size of like that little bit that bulges out on the bottom of your finger. It's a small scoop, right? And they say take 1/3 of that. And I kept on putting this little scoop in, and it kept filling up. And I'm like, and then I'm trying to take it out, and I get this little third of it, and it keeps on falling out, all of it. So I get it back. I'm like doing it. It's like full again. I'm like, get it. I do it about 4 or 5 times. I can't get any less than a whole scoop. And I'm just like, okay, that's not much. Put it in my fucking mixer, shake it up, put it in with some other shit, take it, and I'm literally on the train on the way from like work, because I used to work in Angel to like Camden Town, so it's only like 3 or 4 stops, and I get down to like Houston, and then like waiting, and like the next stop's Camden, and I'm just like reading the metro, and I'm like. my lips were like I couldn't control them, and then and then literally I get to the gym, right? I like lay on the bench, and I'm like getting ready to bench press. I could literally hear my heart like, and I like go, all right, let's just do like 1 set, see how we feel, and I pick it up, and I'm like, oh, that's enough for today. And I literally had to go like, have a cold shower and chill out, man. It was bad. I was going to die. I threw away the pre-workout. No, sorry, I threw away the caffeine. And then next time on what's it called, on My Protein, they stopped selling caffeine powder, and they only do caffeine capsules like now.
So you can't do stupid fucksakes like you. Yeah. Congratulations to Happy JCB, man. It's his 2nd anniversary today. I mean, that's nice to be there, man. I think I'm 15 years in. So, yeah, welcome to the club. You're in early stretch, man. In early stretch.
Yeah. What's 2 years then? Do you know the years of what they are? Like paper?
Fucking paper or wood or some shit. 2nd year wood. Which means like if you ain't clubbed it to death yet, you might want to think about it.
Yeah, 2nd year is like the lint you get in your washing machine or something. Yeah.
Here you go, babe. It's wood this year, so I've got a cricket bat. Turn around.
I know. I think Nick's crazy, man, but he's a big dude. But Nick's crazy because he still gets Jack 3D. He still does that.
I don't know what that is. Is that the stuff that was banned?
Yeah, but only because dickheads were taking it with like Red Bull and stuff. And
I think there was someone I worked with who used to take something like that, and I remember him saying it. And the geezer the guy that owned the company I was working for was just like going fucking ballistic about him taking it. I was a bit like, because I was just a bit like, okay.
Yeah, a couple of people died, but I think it's more to do with the fact that they were like having it with a coffee and having it with a Red Bull and not managing the consumption like properly. So, and I think Nick still does it, yeah. But anyway, Darren Croft, hope you're both well and hope the move went well. Well, I still need Gio for one day just to get a few little bits. T811, good vibes. Hi, how is it going? Hope all is good with you. Jalen Hills, how's it going? Hello.
Yo.
Carl, I thought Carl was up there somewhere. How's it going, Carl? Yo. Cameron Liaz, howdy fellas, how's it going? Danny Lee, what's up, crew? RT crew, hope all is well. Hope you could see Richie Mayer. That's someone, isn't it? Richie Mayer.
Right, definitely is
That's not my
someone.
brother's. No, it's like, isn't that like a porn star name or something? No, I don't know.
If you know it, yeah.
You definitely need that drink, Alex. Yeah, I do, man. I do need that drink. Alex lives with his boxes now. Yeah. Well, the thing is I have this area upstairs. I can see down now to where my kitchen and stuff is, and I kind of don't. I don't want to spread it into my lounge and all that stuff. I always wanted to keep it separate. I did
It's a
get
good
that
idea,
Bowen.
really. And, yeah.
I didn't like him either place. I did put the Bowen bus out for a little while, and then they went into my office. But I don't like having it all around the house.
Yeah.
I like to silo things. I like to have this is my this area. This is my this. I don't like mixing up. So yeah, because no, I just don't like it. Gabriel Gutierrez, what's up, guys? How's it going, Gabriel? Luch, my reader, how's it going, buddy?
Yo.
Evening. Carl, anyone getting XM cable and Hope? We'll talk about that later. Statue Habit 71. What's up, folks? How's it going? Passion Green from Amsterdam. We'll do. Yep. Morning, gents from across the pond. Graham Oliver, how you doing?
Yo.
There you go. Emperor in the house. Hope all's good with you, Emperor. Hope your back is doing well and everything else. Getting my RaddTitan fixed today. Good to see you. Mojo Potato.
You've got a lot. You're going to get a lot of fix today. Make sure you don't overdose on it because we've got so much shit to go through.
Guten Abend, boys. Guten Abend, Alonso. Guten Abend. Wie geht's, Alonso? Wie geht's? Yeah. Busted Nut Bar. Evening, gents. Hope you're good. It's me, Evan. I'm late, Gio. Did your Darkseid come in? Gems was so fucked. It wouldn't go in the base, but he didn't admit it, did he? I don't think he would have admitted that.
Well, he did admit it. He did admit it went in the base. Glossed over
Alex, yeah.
the rest of the shit. To be honest, it was very, very gentle. It's almost virgin-like in terms of, but it was, at least it was discussed. At least it was mentioned instead of. But I mean, that piece is so fucked. He would have been murdered. He'd have been absolutely killed if he'd have tried to even sell that. It would have been like, there were a couple of comments like, it doesn't bother me. I wouldn't. It's not a deal breaker for me. But there were a few of those in there.
Didn't bother me when Sideshow was sending us stuff even half the time.
When
Sideshow was going, hey boys, you want to review these pieces? We'll send you these. We'll cover shipping. There's no tax. How about that? Yeah, it didn't bother me half the time when something didn't fit the base properly, or But hey.
It's funny how that works. But the thing was, it's funny that you should mention that Darkseid because I went to pay it on Friday, right? So last week, I've commissioned my painter. I've got a slot. I'm ready to go. He's ready to go. I'm like, right, I'm going to pay it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it in. I nearly gave up on the deal. My wife said, look, you don't want anything for your 40th birthday, so let me do the repaint and pay the cut the rest of whatever's left to pay on it, which was like the shipping and one payment or something. So she was like, let me do that and I'll get you that, and that can be, at least you'll keep that. You do the repaint like you were planning to, because I was going to give up on it. I really was, because I was just like, part of me was like, I don't want to reward this company for this level of work because it's clearly really bad, the piece. There's something about that really bothers me, that it's not just my personal problem with it, or like Sabretooth, for example, the premium format, that doesn't need a repaint. It's just I wanted it the way I wanted it. It wasn't like, oh my god, the paint is so bad it needs to be done. That's not the case. It's just that I wanted it in the style I wanted, and I thought certain things could be done a lot better, and that's fine. But this is a piece that I think this Darkseid is a piece that actually, if you like the character, you probably need to repaint it. I think that it's a needed thing. So, I agreed to pay it on Friday. They say next business day it's going to ship. So that's Monday, right? Mm. Yeah, I'm waiting. Monday doesn't ship. Tuesday comes up. I get in contact with Sideshow. Why hasn't it gone? They're like, oh yeah, it usually can take 3 days to ship. And I said, all right, I'll check in tomorrow. Doesn't ship Tuesday. Then Wednesdays, which is today, I contact them and I'm like, why the fuck isn't this still gone? I'm on a timeline here. I need this to get in so I can fucking send it to my guy, right? So they're like, I actually don't know, but it's still within its time frame for 3 days. It could happen. I said, I'm not happy with this response. I said, I need to understand what's going on. I've given you authorization to take payment. I've said to take the final payment. I said, nothing's come out of my bank. Nothing's been done, right? So she said, let me put you into the support team. So they transfer me like on the what do you call it? What do you call it? The digital chat thing that we're talking on anyway.
Live chat.
So I can't get through to someone. She's like, I say everything. They're like, I don't know what's going on. It doesn't. Nothing seems to be moving. And I've contacted them and I don't know what's happened. She said, let me take your email address and I'll send you a message. Like when I find out when I get a reply. So I'm like, okay, well I ain't got much fucking choice than to accept that. Get a message back going, yeah, they haven't taken it. They haven't done anything. I've just tried to say to them now, can they take it? And they've said, yes, if you give us authorization to do it. And I'm just like, for fuck's sake. So I've gone, yes, please take the remainder of the money. And she's like, thanks for getting back to me. It will ship within 1 to 2 days. And I'm just like, for fuck's sake. Because now it's going to be close. Like it's going to be really, by the time, even if it ships, if I'm really lucky and it goes tomorrow, I'm not going to get it till Monday. And I need to like open it, get up. I need to get it to thingy, and it's all just going to be like, fuck. I just wanted it. I wanted it really there by the end of this week, not sort of the middle of next week. So, and that's if I'm lucky. If they don't ship it out until Friday, I'm not going to get it till sort of like Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's a bit of a fucking headache.
Yeah.
But even when you're doing it like on your end and you're saying take final payment, it's going to ship next day. They're not doing. Nothing's happening behind the scenes. You've got to call them and make sure that is actually that what you've said to do, that they've actually done it. Because they've said no, it's not going anywhere unless you give it. I have to like do this manually because they're not going to take your payment. I'm just like, for Christ's sake.
But in all honesty, as well, I mean, like. You can't, you can never like guarantee anything anyway. I mean, if you didn't want it and you were probably like on holiday, they would have shipped it the next day and it would have come straight away and you would have missed it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
it's just typical. Yeah. It's just sod's law.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
It is. It's just the real reason that it's a bit like of an arse ache is because my painter has like 3 days off, right? 3 full days off, and he's going to work on it. So he'll get like a lot done in them 3 full days. He'll get a lot of work done, and now I'll be lucky if I can get it to him, and it probably gets to him by his like 3rd day off, and that's just a bit of a shit cunt for me. I'm annoyed about that because he could have done a lot more work on it. Because my wife, like Jenny said, it needs to be here for your birthday, and I don't really want to rush him either at the same time. Don't want to be like, you need to get this done within a month, sort of, hurry up, because I like him to take as long as he needs to take. So I've sort of said, I'll tell him like all this, but I'm not really going to say anything more. So. Just going to leave it alone, but it's just a bit of what I mean. The 3 days I've had to wait, could have already been in transit by now and be here by tomorrow, which is just really annoying. Slows everything up.
Yeah, I mean, okay. No, it's just frustrating, but Dr. Hobby, hello, how's it going?
Yo,
Robert Anderson greeting from Chicago, the Windy City.
Hey, Chicago.
Dr. Hobby, ready to address the hot topic. We'll go on to some of those, Big Mo Collectibles, good day, mates. How's it going? Francisco, that Darkseid is terrible. I returned mine.
I've got to be honest, I can't blame anybody for doing that. I really can't. I really can't. It's a paint job. I mean, if you think like what you've seen is bad. I mean, thick ass collector come out with some stupid shit on his thing as well. Basically said that anyone who's got a problem with that Darkseid's just nitpicking. I was just like, stay irrelevant, you fucking idiot. Like,
who's that?
What's his name? That the guy who tried to take over the immortalized in stone thing, tried to fucking walk across their graves, didn't he? Matey boy.
Tim?
Yeah, that fucking guy. Stay irrelevant, man. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, I was like listening to him, and he's just like taking shots, like, the Cheeto hand looks good in person. It's just like, who are you fucking kidding, man? Like, honest to God, really? It's meant to be the reflection from his eyes. Is this a joke? Guess what Jem come out with? The reflection from his eyes. What's he wearing? A mirrored glove? Is he Michael fucking Jackson? What's going on? What is that? I don't get it at all. So it's just like a bit like, seeing videos, it looks really bad. I mean, I've got to be honest with you. I think Jem's videos, he could honestly make a plastic shit look fairly decent and high value with the equipment that he uses. His stuff looks really good, right? It looks really good, and it looked crap on his. It looked really like, oh my god, that looks bad. No, really looked bad. And I was just like, so many people were like, look, man, I'm gonna have to send this back. Like, these are people that are massive Darkseid fans, like huge Darkseid fan. One of the guys sent it back has like got loads of different Darkseids.
Was that Evan? Did Evan send it back?
I don't know if he sent his back, but one of the other guys did. He's got like fucking a few of them and all. It's just like,
well, he's on. It's me. Evan is on here. Evan, did you send yours back or did you keep it? Because I know you're a massive Darkseid fan. So
just it looks really bad, man. It does look really bad. I have to be honest with you.
So,
but if you think that what you've heard so far is going to be damning, wait till I get it in, because I'm going to get it in, take it out, take pictures of it, and then I'm gonna post about it before I get it repainted. Hopefully, everybody's been nitpicking, and it's fucking great. But
that's the thing is, like, I do like
it
when you eat humble pie, but I don't know if this is going to be the case there. You know.
Yeah, just a shame, really, because it's, you know, what's really hard for me to swallow, what's really difficult, is the fact that Taskmaster and Darkseid have come out around the same time. The price is a little bit higher for Darkseid, and I can clearly see that Taskmaster was sent to a better factory and given more respect and more care, and that Darkseid just wasn't. It was just like they went, you know, where's them window licking blind kids, you know, the ones that like throwing paint at shit. What you know that place. You know, the school for the really fucked.
Can you stop with your non-PC shit? God damn it, Gio. You're going to get us in trouble again. God damn it.
How about we give it to them and we just like, I don't know, just like let them throw stuff at it and see what happens. Because I mean,
just see what sticks.
It just really, you know, if that's the factory that they have doing their work, that factory needs to be fired.
Well, it's also down.
It needs to be basically like, you know what, this is not good enough at all. It's nothing like the prototype. How can something like Taskmaster be 70 to 80% of the prototype and that be like 30% of it? I mean, how? What happened to that 40%, man? That's a real big drop off. And I mean, you look at both of them and you say Darkseid is the simpler plot project.
I would have thought Darkseid's a bit more complex, no?
To Taskmaster. No,
I don't think Taskmaster is very complex.
But think about it in this way, right? You've got the skin tones of Darkseid, right, and then you've got basically like boots and gloves and like a little biker helmet that goes around his head.
But the base of Darkseid's quite complex as well compared to
but then you got to talk about the fact that, you know, with Taskmaster you got 3 or 4 different colors, 5 different colors all round it. You got all that weathering into the white that they could really fuck up. They got the blues, they got the browns, they've got like a mixture of sculpt and material because it's got all different textures where he's wearing fake skin and then he's got gloves and then he's got his like armor. You know, you got the shield, you got the bow, you got the arrows at the back. You know, there's a lot more work, there's a lot more intricacy of paint here. If the factory that did Darkseid did Taskmaster, it would be horrific. It's because they've butchered the Darkseid.
You mean the other way?
No, I mean if the company that the factory that did Darkseid did Taskmaster, Taskmaster would be so bad. I mean, there's so many things they could get wrong. Whereas with Darkseid, they got everything wrong that you could have got wrong, pretty much. You know.
I personally think Darkseid is a harder thing to paint, which then, you know, but I do think the Taskmaster came out really well. I know that certain, what's his name? Lewis repainted the heads.
Yeah, but if Lockie can fucking do he's got no history of painting. If he can paint his Darkseid and make it look a lot better, the first rendition, then how hard can it be?
Yeah.
No disrespect, but how hard can it be? Can't be that fucking hard, can it? Matey boy took his and made it look a million times better just by washing it, putting a wash all over the rocks and stuff, and messing with the eyes and lighting up some of the blue bits. Like, honestly, and this is a guy who doesn't paint. He's not known as a painter or anything. Not even an amateur one.
I did see one bad word from the guy who never badmouths Sideshow recently.
Did you?
Yeah, Valamar. He basically said that he returned the new Sideshow Deadpool because it was painted so badly he just couldn't be bothered to repaint it.
Wow.
Yeah.
The one that the new one where he's like on the bike again, another on the bike job. He like the girl. He's hunched over a bit. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was quite surprised to see that comment because he normally just only saves those comments for XM. So where were we up to? So let me just catch up with the comments a second. Sam Stats, instead of Cable, they should have done a Bishop. OG Cable is better. Yeah, but OG
Should
Cable
have definitely
sold.
done a Bishop.
Well, yeah, but from a point of view as well as OG Cable sold very well, and in theory, a new Cable should sell better than Bishop still, you know. So that's the kind of business side of it. Yo, sorry, a little late. How are you guys? How's it going, Liam? So you've been complaining about us not being on for the last 2 weeks, and then you're late.
Well, he's got a new baby, and his son was just born.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Congratulations
to you, man.
You and Keely. Is it Keely?
Kaylee, yeah. God bless. May God smile on you all. Happy Thursday from down under. My man.
Happy Thursday. How's it going? Hope you're all good. Permicus. He's got a great office. He's just done his office up. It looks fantastic. Ben Grimmerson. All the ports are blocked, so it's hard to ship anything. A lot of the stuff that ships, though, from... I mean, if they're taking shipping, it should be with them. And then a lot of that stuff then will go by air.
Nah, it's got to do with communication. It's got nothing to do with any of them bullshit excuses. It's got to do with them not just going like, yeah, we didn't get that message. Sorry, man, didn't work.
Hope all's well.
That can happen.
Paulie's Hideout. Evening, guys. How's it going? Tony Fennell. Always when you need it. I'm late, yeah. When it's not, it's early. Yeah, definitely. What's he say? What's it?
Coughlin's Laws.
Is that what it is? Okay. Just call it
that's Coughlin's Law is from Cocktail.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he always says, bury the dead. They stink up the place. He comes up with a stupid that he says. Coughlin's Law.
Long time.
It's a brilliant film.
Alex, did you get your Sideshow Symbiote Spider-Man? I never ordered it. I have I have the original one somewhere. I think it's actually just there. I think it's actually one of the ones I can see. No, that's the comic. But I have the original one. I do want to get the new one. I do really like the look of the new one, but because
Mike's got it.
Mike
got it. Yeah, Mike's got it.
Fuck yeah, I might be able to get that well cheap then. Fuck yeah. All right, Mike.
You can get it off Mike for a dirty tissue and a handshake.
Yeah. Like a little shiny bit of milk foil and whatever else. Yeah. God. I do want it one day though. I will be looking out for it. It's me. Evan says I kept it. I fell in love with the exclusive head. I'm glad you're happy with it. Before and after video. He wants a before and after video. Yeah, for the thing. Yo, boys, how's it going, Mark? Hope you're good.
Yo,
Secret Sanctuary Geo. Really looking forward to seeing what your painter can do with Darkseid. I am too.
I mean, I've got some ideas. I've sent him loads of sort of stuff, but it's got to come in. I've got to then take pictures of all the things I need done, and I need to write like all my instructions down as well because he's a painter who likes actually hand notes like while he's in the studio of certain things that I've been specific about. He's actually he is as good as your instructions. So if you're one of them kind of lazy people, Alex,
like me,
that doesn't give detail and isn't specific, then you'll get a not very detailed and not very specific job. So he that's why I love doing my stuff is because I'm very specific about what I want. Good or bad, like in some people's eyes, regardless, but it is exactly what I want it. Otherwise, I go, yeah, that's not right. So,
yeah. Alrighty. Where are we? Yeah, the score for the really fucked. That was what you said there. Alex's collection is coming along. Thank you. Just checking in, boys. Hope you're good.
Yeah.
All is going well. Forensic Collect. Sorry. Check out his channel as well. Astronomica's World's got a great channel, so definitely check him out. Frenzy Collect, hello gentlemen, how's it going?
Yo.
L Van Dance, Sean Sanders out there on Facebook saying he's related to Geo. Really? Okay.
Could be true. Could be true. There's a whole side of my family I don't know, so maybe
Yeah,
he
you
could
don't
be
know anything.
related to me.
Bobby
not gonna
Gold
say.
now. What's up, dudes? How's it going, Bobby? And then Joe. How's it going, Joe? Hope you're good. What's up, guys? All right, what we do then is let's move on to the first topic. We've got a lot of pictures, so let's go through these. So if I do it this way, I don't even know my answer for this one, actually, to be honest with you.
Oh,
So
fuck.
top 3 Prime 1 statues to date.
Jesus Christ, really?
Yeah.
And you haven't got any answers?
Well, I'm obviously going to go Guyver 1.
That's a
Guyver
really
1,
nice piece.
for me, when I started collecting, we had this thing where George and I, like literally back in 2014, 13 or something, we had a video or a post where we basically said if we were to have 5 characters to make to be made, in the most perfect rendition of those characters, what would they be? One of mine was Guyver, and I think the Prime 1 absolutely nailed it. Absolutely destroyed it. Got it.
I think that might be one of the best
amazing.
I've ever seen of them, actually.
For like,
I
well,
agree
for
with
me, I mean, I'm totally biased because I love the Guyver, but
I don't love it.
I
I don't
think
love
that
it like you do, but I really like the statue. So
I think they managed to modernize the art as well. There's an artwork from, I believe it's Out of Control, from the 80 something movie. And
Berserk Joker, has to be one of them.
That's a good one as well.
Berserk Joker's got to be there. It's got to be. That's one of the best.
How'd you pronounce it?
I have no idea. I just say it like really I say it really confident.
You sounded well confident. They made me question myself.
Berserk Joker.
Berserk
Joker, yeah.
But
But that's what I do. Like I commit to the cause, and it doesn't matter. It does not matter if it's right or wrong. The point is that
like Behemoth, yeah. Anyway,
Behemoth,
that's
Behemoth, yeah, good.
That's absolutely fantastic.
I would call that. I would say that is definitely up there. You know, they got so many lines too. You know, like we're not even like massive into the anime stuff, man. Maybe some of that Berserk shit it looks crazy. It looks very crazy. Maybe some of their stuff is up there, like that weird Akuma looking fucking cat. He looks cool with a big sword holding it to the side like that.
Zod.
That fucking guy looks cool. I like the look of that.
Zod.
Yeah. Bless you.
I don't know. I mean, some of the Berserk stuff is really nice, and I have seen a Berserk, and I am not a big fan, but I am a fan of it. I've seen a lot of Prime 1 pieces, and
but you're probably the better authority to ask here. I still like the Prime 1 Miller Batman, one of the first ones. I still really like that piece a lot.
Yeah, but I think they improved it with that one on the Dark Knight 3.
Yeah, they definitely did with the gun. Yeah, they did.
Look,
you're right.
So you're
right.
That's the Nick Cheshire saying that as well, actually. And then I didn't know it was Delotto based. Brainiac
Beast
and
Wars.
Megatron.
That's
the Joker. Yeah, Joker.
Behemoth.
Yeah, so they're good. First Guts, Behemoth Joker, Red Sonja. Red Sonja's nice.
Red Sonja's nice.
I don't think a production piece came out as good though. I saw the prototype and that was ridiculous.
Mind blowing.
Black Swordsman's one of the best. Black Swordsman again. Dark Knight 3 Shockwave Hush Superman sculpted.
Hush Superman. People love that fucking piece.
No,
people love it.
I saw them all in a setup, and I would have bet money that I preferred the Hush Superman, and I saw the Batman who had all the leaning issues, and I was like, that Batman's really nice, like really nice.
It is a nice Batman. It is a nice Batman.
Damn, what other pieces are there? there's some really good pieces. Prime One have got a lot of nice pieces, but they do have a lot of meh
Shit.
pieces. You know, like a lot of
They
like
have a lot of shit pieces, man.
I don't think they got a lot of shit. I think they just
They
got a lot of
have.
filler.
They've got loads of crap stuff and all. Every
I mean,
company
if you were
has
to be
loads of
like,
crap stuff.
if
Loads.
you were to be like, oh, you know, I'm going to go for the biggest, most expensive, and whatever else, and I'm going to go with the Jetpack, Optimus Prime, and stuff like that. It looks very impressive, but you know, it's just something I would never buy personally.
Yeah, but that isn't a crap piece. I'm talking about like
No,
when
no,
they
no.
did that
I didn't say
Kong
crap.
versus Skullcrawler thing. They well murked
That was
that. They
bad.
yeah, that's a
That
crap
was bad.
piece.
Really
There's a few of them. There's a few of them. That their first 1/3 scale piece, the Batman, that's horrible. Horrible
But
piece.
I didn't even take. That's not one of the only pieces I never took out of the box. One of the only pieces I never displayed. And then I got the Deathstroke, and I was like, "That's nice."
Deathstroke's,
I like it.
Deathstroke's really nice. Some fitting issues, some problems, but still nice.
The one with the bow, because the bow was so heavy and the leverage, it won't weigh it out properly. The newer Deathstroke's really nice as well.
Still prefer that other one. I still really like that old. That first Deathstroke's one of my favourites. I love that piece.
The newer Deathstroke is so hard to display, though. So hard.
Well forward, isn't it? It's well coming forward.
Well, it's just sort of like so much space, and then it's got like a scythe on the base that takes up a lot of space, and it's just like every angle. I do like the 2099, but I do think the cape killed it. I do think the cape, it can't be one of the best because that
hasn't aged well. It hasn't aged well. Like the web thing that goes around it is an afterthought. It's just a big fucking mess. The base has aged pretty badly, and the construction of it, of how it goes, is no good.
That's a good one, actually. The Batman Who Laughs.
Very nice piece.
That's a nice one as well.
Very nice piece.
Prime Poison Ivy is pretty good. Bane. Yeah. My favorite is Big Game Hunter cover art. At least until God of War comes in. The God of War's not in hand yet, so can't say that. But Gutcha Man's really nice as well. The Eagle. Some of their Evangelion pieces are nice as well. But if we're going to have to go for 3, my 3 is going to be... Actually, I do think that I do actually really like the Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
I do like the guy of 1.
And Bahemo
Joker, yeah. I do like the Joker, and I've seen that Joker many times, and in person, that is one of the best, especially for the scale as well. Like in 1/3, it's hard. It's harder as you get bigger to sculpt clothing, and they do that clothing really well, like really, really well. So I'm probably going to go with those 3 for myself. I might be. I mean, I'm sure that someone's going to name something in 10 minutes, so I'm going to go.
They did loads of dinosaur stuff that's really nice as well.
It's not for me though. I got a lot of stick.
That's not the point.
Yeah, I know.
I don't give a fuck about your personal taste. I'm just saying that they actually delivered some very nice dinosaur stuff. Some Jurassic World stuff is very nice. And if you were into it, you would definitely.
Phonetic.
What?
It's phonetic. It's not phonetic.
Bermejo.
Yeah.
But I ain't saying that. Fuck that. So say it my way.
Bermejo.
Blah
blah blah.
That's how I'm saying it.
So yeah, I do think that we've got a few others. So we've got Flashpoint Batman. We've got the Alloy. What about the Prime One Minions in person? They look good, but they look a bit tacky. For it's not really something maybe you would collect them, but they're not on the same level. No, but they're like they're not really classed as the same quality as the big 1/3 pieces. They're like little kind of filler. You can't compare them on the same scale. I don't think. Mad King's in the house. You're late. Mad King. What up, everyone? How's it going?
You're fired.
There you go. Bermejo. Flashpoint Batman is nice. I don't think Flashpoint Batman's got it though. I tell you the one I did eat my fucking words on is I do not like any of the gold things they've done, but the gold, I think it was Optimus Prime, looked really nice. I hate
No,
admitting it.
you should be a weirdo.
Bane versus Batman, really nice. Doomsday.
Don't like that Doomsday at all.
Yeah.
Seen that in person, was not happy with it. It was dark, man. It was a horrible color, horrible paint. Don't like it. It's almost black. How how dark it was. The one I saw.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah. I think the best Batman is the Batman New 52. Nick was actually talking about that the other day. Dr. Nick, and
I really like that fucking one
well.
that Mike's got in. I haven't seen it in person yet. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. But you know, the Azrael.
I like it.
Like it is
Nightfall.
Azrael. It's Nightfall, but his name is Azrael. But yeah, that's the one I really want to see. But then they did. I think that the prototype of Mr. Freeze was insane. I don't think they delivered that as well as the prototype either. But that was a really lovely looking piece. Mr. Freeze was impressive.
I don't think I've seen that in person, in all honesty.
The prototype was mind blowing for that Mr. Freeze. You probably have. Yeah. And you got the other one, the Ecto Suit one, which was really big Batman. Yeah, really impressive as well. There's loads, man. There's loads of good ones.
There's a lot of ones, but I mean, not all of them just because they're expensive means they're nice. I mean, I've just seen a list pop up. George is saying, come on, people, smash that like button. Definitely.
Thanks,
definitely
Georgia boy.
Smash the like button. Thank you, man.
Better late than never.
Doing that, are we?
No shit of that.
I thought someone knocking on my
Alien Dog's nice. Dog Alien's nice. Wonder Woman on horseback.
Nice. Wonder Woman. Not seen it, but it's one of those ones. It's like it's so expensive that you just think, really? Is that really worth $3,500? I don't know. And then Jet Power Optimus is the same kind of price. So you just be like, not really sure. Nightfall is a really underrated piece. Really nice. I am Nightfall Batman. Absolutely love it. I just wish the cape wasn't fabric. Some people actually prefer the fabric cape, but yeah. Lobo. I don't know. I don't think they delivered on Lobo.
That's still up in the air. That's definitely a piece. Lobo is a piece I would like to see in person.
Lockie liked it. Lockie was really happy with it. Oh, Alita Berserker. Yeah, she's nice.
Shout.
I like her because I actually do think I like the new one that's not in hand as well. I like the amenable. I like the amenable one as well.
Shit, man.
Yeah, I like it. Michael Raven, is Alex having a massive statue sale? Just moved house, buddy. Just moved house. Lobo hurt my darn heart.
Yeah, I think it did a lot of people, to be honest.
Love the Fist of North Star one. I love Fist of North Star. I do actually.
King Rao.
I like the Rao. I do like the Kinshiro as well, but the way his fringe joins, it bothered me a little bit when I saw it in person.
How's it done?
It's kind of like the fringe is kind of sculpted separately, and you can see where it's been stuck on, and then you've got like an outline,
Can't be worse than that Mega Red though. They just painted them on top of his head. That custom Mega Red. They sculpted it. They didn't sculpt it. They just painted it on.
God. First Dark Knight Returns is awesome. I don't think the new version is good, and the base is way too big. The original one, we did a review of it with Tony Main's house. Really nice piece. Really nice piece. Yeah. Prime Borog looks sweet. Not in hand yet though.
Good shout. But it's not
I like the $900 Predator bus. Yeah, we're going to talk about that later. Calm down. All right.
Jump in the gun.
Should we move on to the next one?
Go on then.
All right. Thanks, everyone. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Let's keep this flowing. Banners. There you go. So I'm trying to find the right one. So this is George's one. Is XM Studios to amenable? Right.
Yes.
So
the answer is yes. Moving on.
Okay.
So it is. I don't really think it's up for. At the moment. I really don't think it's up for debate. I really think they're far too reactive, and there's not enough proactive things happening. And I think that they need to let people do their job, and they need to stay out of it. Certain things. What happened today was a fucking shambles, an absolute shambles of the highest level of embarrassment, in my opinion, for a big company like that. and it was just a fuck up from start to finish. And the fact that they, that group is just constantly, it didn't take long for someone to come straight in with, I really wanted Warbuster to have a little bit of a cheaper price, and I would have bought that and all this, but it's sold out now. So, do you understand what I mean? It's like people are chances in there. They're well chancing, like everything they can try to change. Everyone in that group is a statue expert at making and composition, and how arms and poses should be and how things should look. And
wait, just rewind 1 minute. So in case you don't know, what actually happened was today. What happened was the post. So the website went live for cable. A price was put up on the site, and it was a certain price. So it's $17.99. People screenshot it, put all over the group saying, "This is the price. This is the price. Oh my god, it's so high, it's so high, it's so high." And then, there was then feedback in relation to that price being put out, and then responses from individuals. Again, I can't really go into some of it.
First of all, it started with justification of why the price was so high, and then adaptation of, let me see if we can drop it down, to a final statement a few hours later, which was, we've dropped it by I think 100 Singapore dollars. And I just didn't. I've got to be honest with you. I just did. I'm a massive fan of the company. I love their stuff, and they're a true collector's company. And I just didn't like the way any of that was handled. Personally, I think that what should have happened was, as soon as them pictures were leaked out, they should have turned around and said, the price is not final. Let's see what's going on. And then they should have done what they were doing behind the scenes. I think the fact it was all out in the open, and first it was justified why it's expensive, and then it was reduced slightly. It looks just too wrong for me. It looks a little bit like, we think this is what you'll pay. And then when everyone goes, that's too fucking high, that's well too high, well too high, it's well too high, it's too expensive, it's too much. People, then they've gone back of, well, let's see if we can cut this, let's see if we can cut that. And it's all just too open. It's like a nerve. It's just exposed. It's just there, being prodded and touched by everyone. I don't like it. I prefer companies do their talking in private and their final decision and things to come out. Delay, for Christ's sake. Just be like, let's just see what's going to happen here. Just wait, because at the end of the day, let that price thing, let conversation flow. Let it flow for a bit. You might get loads of people going in and going, yeah, the price is fine. It's too reactionary, even for the negative parts. You're always going to get the negative people first. They're always going to be first, because they always are. So why you're so reactive, and now, like I said before, now what you get is, now you're going to get people saying they want changes in the pose. Now you're going to get people saying they want changes in the price. Every piece now is going to be too expensive because they've backtracked on it a little bit, and maybe they're taking a loss. I wouldn't put it past XM to be like, we don't need to make money on this piece. If it makes them more happy, let's just make it. I wouldn't put it past them, because I know already behind the scenes there's loads of projects that they've lost money on because it's complicated, expensive, and they've cut costs on it because they want it made. I know this already, so it wouldn't surprise me they've done that.
On the Venom busts, that came out a long time ago, pre my time, so this knowledge was available before I even joined XM. Each Venom bust, which now sells for 5 times the price I think it sold for. I think that sold for like $250 or something ridiculous. It sold for really low. Now you're lucky if you get that for like £800, £900.
Yeah.
And each one of those, the profit margin on that was less than $30.
Yeah,
which is ridiculously low. That's like, there's no margin for breakage. There's no margin for anything there. Obviously, from an outside point of view, again, if something like
I don't think you should comment here. I personally, again, I don't think you should comment here, because I don't think it's for you to comment. at this point in time. I think this is a comment that I can talk about because I'm not connected and I'm not involved, and the people can talk about what they think, because they may have a different view to me. They may think that the way the way this has all been handled today was public and honest and transparent and how they want it to be. They may say that, and they might be right. I'm not, this is the whole point of questions and talking. It's the whole point about it. This is not a dictatorship. I'm not saying my opinion is X and you better fucking get on board with it, or else. I'm saying this is how I feel about it. They may completely disagree. And if that's the case, I can live with that. It's not going to change my opinion, but I can still live with it. I can appreciate another opinion. That's what discussions, back in my day, we should do this with everything. We could talk about everything. And it didn't mean you were unfriended or hated. It just meant, well, that's how he feels about it. That's how it goes.
I also thought it was odd that they opened the pre-order without revealing the alternate portrait.
Very true.
Unfortunately with that, because I do have the knowledge about this side of it and I can comment, there was issues with approval on some of the stuff. Cable was meant to go live a while ago. So, he was meant to go live, what are we now, month 11? A long time, a good few months ago. So, that is also the reason why Cable is going to be released in Q4, because it was pretty much meant to be approved around, I think July, June time. So, and there was certain parts not getting approved. Even the second head didn't get approved, and it's still not approved properly, and it's still going through approval. So we needed to get the pre-order out, so basically there is another head, and you'll get to see it soon. But yeah, it needed to come out, unfortunately. Alex, what are you drinking? Just that, wherever it is there.
Looks like aftershave.
Yeah, it looks like an aftershave bowl. Yes, they give it to people pitching way too easy. I think there is a fine line with, trusting your fan base and delivering some kind of resolve to something. There is a fine line of agreeing to, making an adjustment and kind of doing too much. And I do think that there is an element of sometimes you need to kind of be, this is the decision we've made. This has gone through a year of approval or whatever. This has gone through a lot of stages. Marvel, who owns the IP, has said, thumbs up, you're good to go. The artist who has worked on it and at times has worked on comics for that character has designed that piece. Not just Marvel, sorry, DC, whoever the licensor is. So when that green light is given, sometimes then when it gets to that stage, other companies will just stick to it. That's it. If you don't want it, it sounds like an arsehole thing, but it's like, you know what? This is how we've made it. This is the design. This is the process has gone through. This is what the artists have done. This is their rendition. This is whatever. Marvel and DC, whoever has said yes, this is how it's going to be made. There will be others made. And unfortunately, sometimes it's like not every piece is going to be for you. And that's the thing. But you always get the same people complaining about every piece.
But if you just think about it like this, just forget about XM for a minute, forget about statues, just think about life. How many times have you reacted fast to something and it been an error?
Me?
Yeah,
every 2 minutes.
Right, so think about it like that. Sometimes you need to let the whole thing was fucked up, then explained and excuses were made, and then back up and then adjustment, and that was all in the space of a few hours. That's too fast. It's too fast.
Yeah.
If you react like that with every decision in every walk of life, you'll never fucking go anywhere. You'll never get anywhere because you can't please everybody. And if you react like that, you'd never leave your house. Go get milk. Go, babe, we need milk. Right, okay, I'll go. You walk into the shop, pick up the milk. you'd be like, oh, wait a minute, how much is it? Like, oh, is it meant to be that? You know, if you start doing things like that, someone comes over to you and goes, oh, that milk's a bit dear in here today. Oh, fuck it then. You know what I mean? If you react to everything you're told, it isn't ideal, because I really believe that sometimes you just have to let things lie. I mean, responses were up and excuses were made within 2 responses. It's too fast. And they're the wrong people talking also, for a start. They are the wrong people speaking. The people that should be speaking are the people that are paid to speak. And they should be doing the talking. And that's how it should be done. And then it should literally be, let's see how this plays out. Because this could turn. You've got 4 bad responses now going, it's too expensive. You could have 24 in the next 2 hours saying, yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it's hard when you haven't got the other portrait and all of that kind of business. That is a challenge too. That's a bit of a problem. But I just feel that is a little bit too much reaction and a little bit less sort of calm. Because, you know, I've worked with high level people and I've never seen anything like that in my life. I've worked with company leaders, you know, and right. They do not respond like that. They literally sit back and go, oh, that's how you feel. And it's like a lizard. There's nothing happening. Inside, something is probably happening, but to the surface, what you're seeing and what you're hearing is nothing. Oh, I'm glad you brought this to my attention. They fuck off. Say another word about it. You know, I just thought it was a little bit like reactive, a little emotional, a little bit too quick. Everything should just slow down a little bit and just like back off and let things just play out for a little bit. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. If they'd left that 24 hours without making another statement, who would hang them? Who would hang them? You just let people talk it out.
What's this war chunky? If it was meant to be approved a while ago, why was the price so much higher than prices that were released months ago, especially if it's ready to ship? Well, the thing is as well is it's not as simple as this is ready at that point and that's at this point and that. You know, there are so many other factors involved in pricing, and it's not as black and white as this piece is 24 inches tall, that piece is 24 inches tall, that piece is $800. Why is this piece now $1,600? It's not as simple as that kind of comparison. You can't just, you know, or Sideshow releases it for this. Why is now this company releasing it for that? Sideshow have been in the business for 25, 30 years. So obviously they're going to have a lot of arrangements in place. Sideshow obviously as well, you know, with, you know, well, just companies in general are going to have different licensing agreements. Licensing costs are one of the biggest costs involved, which people don't consider when they buy their customs for 5 times the price or whatever it is. Also, you know, then there's the complexity of the piece, the engineering, the design, there's so many factors.
The sculpt involved. That they've paid for as well.
Yeah. The sculpt.
Not all sculpts are the same costs.
No.
Who's working on it, how long they've worked on it.
Yeah,
you know, there's pieces that have been lost or need a lot of corrections and changes. That's all costs. That all goes in there.
There's a lot. There's so many. And I mean, even I'm guilty. I'm so guilty of being like at the beginning of when we started doing the channel. I'm guilty of that, where this statue's 19 inches, that statue's 19 inches. What the fuck is going on with prices? I'm guilty of that. But then once you kind of see behind, was it the wizard's curtain?
Yeah, that's right. Not the sleeve. Well done.
Okay, I nearly said sleeve. Once you see behind the wizard's curtain, and you see all of the other costs,
the mechanics, the working parts. Yeah,
you're like, yeah, okay. There is a lot more to consider than just X and Y. You know, there is so much more to think about. And I mean, with this being, you know, yeah, it was meant to be approved, so it's not been approved. So you can't start all of the painting. You can't start all of these things if it's still not approved. So these things are still on hold. You know, so that's an even bigger cost now for storage.
Yeah.
If they've been printed and whatever else, you have to store those prints. You have to store them until they're ready to paint. You have to store them until you're ready to do those other heads.
But it is important.
You know, there's other costs involved.
Yeah, but it's also important to remember that the customer who can't see behind that wizard's curtain, you know, you have to make allowances for that. The fact that they're going to say, XM cable was this much, Sideshow cable was that much. Why? And that is what you're going to do, because you do it in every other walk of life. This dog costs this dog costs that. They're both a fucking dog. Why does that one cost £5,000 and that one costs £500? How the fuck's that work? And who makes that price? There are inner workings as things going on, but to a layman, that's the situation.
Well,
just like milk and bread and any other shit you want to spend your money on.
Sideshow make how many pieces?
Well, they make a lot more profit. I tell you that for fucking free. You don't even need to mess with these numbers, because and at the moment, because they're not doing, all their edition sizes are really high and they're doing no exclusive, they're making a lot of money. If you go over Spider-Man, you could just do Spider-Man for now. What Spider-Man?
No, we're talking about cable, but Sideshow cable was an edition size of 3,000
total, or just one total. Okay.
So that's actually really low for Sideshow.
Right, so do $725 or $740. By that.
It comes up with pounds. It comes up with £550.
All right, to do that.
What?
Times that by 3,000.
550 times 3,000.
Yeah.
So that's how many? 1, 2, 3. That's 1.65 million. Then you got to obviously take off a lot of costs there, so it's hard to.
Yeah, but they're not just only making one piece. That's one piece. You have to then, even if you're just talking about Marvel, how many Marvel pieces do they make a year? How you do all them edition sizes? They're making hundreds of billions of pounds just from Marvel alone.
No.
Just from Marvel. I'm just talking about Marvel alone.
No, George. No. Sideshow now, their business plan isn't just what they make, and that's not where their money comes from. Their money comes from now distribution of other brands and leasing out licenses to other brands. That's where their money comes from now.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Their statues that they released, and people think Sideshow Collectibles are a statue company releasing these products. Their company isn't making their biggest profit by their products. They're making it by distributing other brands and leasing out licenses.
Let's play this same game with the XM cable.
What?
What's the price? Like in pounds?
I don't know. I'll have to Google that. How much is it now? 117.
16.9. That's 16.99. So let's say 17 if you want to do it.
GD.
So what's that in? That's in Singapore. So I'm guessing it's about £900.
It's about 930.
All right, so 930 by, was it 999?
930. I think it's 800. I think it dropped it to 800, but I'm not sure.
Go 800 if you want to. Or go 999.
That's 929,000.
So you see what I'm saying? Even with that, you see what I'm getting at? That even though that's more expensive, they make less money.
Yeah.
Do you see what? That's all I'm getting at.
And I'm pretty sure that the licensing cost that XM pay is more than what Sideshow pay. I don't know. I'm not privy to that information, but I guarantee that is the case. Sideshow is going to have much lower licensing costs for worldwide license.
I still think, in the end, I would like them to be a little quieter and a little bit less reactionary and a little bit less amenable. Just personally, I'm sure that they're being told this. I just hope they will listen, because I really think that you can make the same decision. My point is, you can make the same decision they've already made. You just take your time.
Gio's making me want a glass of milk.
Yeah, I said milk a couple of times as an example, and I'm right.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
And you should go drink that milk, because milk is great. I fucking love milk.
So what is the first statue you're going to... what? So what is the first of statues that are going to be priced like this? Or is it just Cable and there's something special about him? In all honesty, with the way things are going with costings and everything, prices are going up, and especially when that's why War Tank had to be in higher edition size, is because if XM are locked into that 999 thing, their prices are going to keep increasing to keep that 999 going. It's better off if XM go, all right, we're going to make 1,500, and they'll keep the price down a bit lower. In all fairness, though,
you can't have everything. As a collector, you can't have everything.
Yeah.
If you want it to be super rare, and you want these kind of low numbers, it's going to cost. It's going to cost. It's just how it goes. There's nothing you can do about it.
I'm fine with paying more if the quality is also up there. Honestly, look at the Cable and Hope. I don't see the same level of paint and sculpt compared to the Behemoth Joker. Okay, that's like comparing apples and oranges, but I kind of see what you mean. But
it's a 1/3 scale versus a 1/4 scale, and a 1/3 scale that was released how long ago?
2 years, maybe, easily.
Yeah. See, the problem is with that is you need to stay on point. You need to stay on point with the years, because the years is more important than the scale. The years are what are more important. You need to have something that needs to be 1/4 scale versus 1/4 scale released at the same time, and see where you are versus one and the other. And that's how it's going to be. And versus edition size as well, because like I've just said there, cables are relatively low ES for Sideshow, and we're going back to a year or two for cable, and they still make more money than XM will make out of this one. And that's what you have to. That's what you should be comparing. I mean, if we were to put cable up today, I don't know what it'd be, but let's just say it's $50 or $70 more. That's that over 3,000 times is a lot of money. That pushes it even further ahead. So it's a tough one. But like I said, this is not a question about I think actually we got that question coming, fucking we. What's the next question?
Can't remember.
Well, put it up.
Let me just cover some of these questions quickly. Comments. Hi lads, cost talks tonight, no surprise. Is there a release date for cable? Yeah, very soon for the first batch. I'm sorry. So $300 or $400 increase seems a little more than suspicious. Suspicious in what way? 15-20 G heroes. That's quite high. I hope.
Yeah, but you have to. I just need to educate you to one thing with G Heroes, right? G Heroes is in Europe, okay? G Heroes pays. This is not an excuse, because we're not friends or nothing. So, but they pay to have the licensing to sell Marvel products from XM in Europe. They pay that themselves.
The reason why
it's expensive.
The reason why you can officially buy products in Europe is because of G Heroes at the moment.
Yes.
G Heroes pay Semix, which is another company, the right to sell Marvel in Europe, and they pay a good percentage to do that. So that is why they charge it. Also, then obviously they have to ship it from Singapore, so they've got to get container. Container costs have gone up considerably, so they've got to do that, and then they got to ship it from from them to you, and so it's a lot. Hoping Galvatron. I'm not sure what the next. They did leak a tease of the next Transformer. Hey, late to the chat. Hope you guys are well. NT, hope it's good too. Can't wait to see Maestro. Excited for that one. Maestro. I can't really say much about it, but it's different in a really good way, and I can't really say a lot about it, but there's some very interesting things. Just think about the scene in Future Imperfect where Rick Jones. Just think of Rick Jones in Future Imperfect, the scene he comes in. Is it Future Imperfect? Yeah, Future Imperfect. Dennis, hey guys, glad to see you back. Getting ready to work here. Catch you later. Catch you on the rerun, buddy.
Have fun, mate.
Brian O'Rourke. I love the original cable. Can't be topped, hopefully. I'll see them selling on secondary market more.
Yeah, I think you will.
That's the thing as well. I like cable. I think Cable's a very cool guy, cool character. I have the XM Cable. I love the XM original Cable.
You
I
also
have
have the Sideshow version.
Version because I'm Mikey Boy. Is a legend, and Mikey Boy sorted me out. I have both of them. I've never displayed the Sideshow version, which is really frustrating, but I have both of them. So for me, being a character like that, I have a different rendition of him, and I have the Liefeld version of him that I will display with my Deadpool. So personally, for me, I don't have
Space.
the in space or the interest to get another one.
No.
This is the first time that we've seen a version of Cable with Hope in this scale. Obviously, we saw one originally with Hope, which was actually one of my first pieces. One of my first statues ever was the
Got the Kaya one. Yeah.
1/6 scale Cable
Yeah.
with Hope baby on his chest. So
Yeah.
you know, so it's the first time in core scale this has been done. Let's just get through these. Sorry. If people disagree, they should vote with their wallets and not buy, of course.
Yeah.
I do not think everyone knows the profit based on sales. You need to know the costs. Costs, again, have gone through the roof. I can't go into all of the costs because I'm not fully aware, but I know that factory costs have gone insane. Shipping costs from then the factory to Singapore have gone insane. So all of these are obviously going to affect the profit margin and mean
Price.
that the price has to go up. Otherwise, you can't do it. Especially, it's going to happen. I always appreciate companies listening to customers, but it sets precedent. Give an inch, we expect a mile, of course.
Yes, and fair play for admitting, because that's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's something about it. There's a lot of people that say they love the way that XM is running things and they want it to be that way, and that's the reason they do.
Yeah, stuck up from Fernie. Howdy, chaps. How's it going? By the way, what's happening with Magneto? Very soon. Are they going to do the same thing they did with Cable? Show and release a month later because it's been a month since the last tease. Again, there's a lot of stuff for approval and stuff. It's hard to know. Suspicious in the sense that maybe it was more money grab, like the Prime One bus situation looks like. I know it will never happen, but BOM costs might quail this a lot. So I don't know what BOM is. Bottom line, I don't know. Bottom line cost, mate. Yeah, I mean, seeing stuff behind the scenes. I know the costs have gone up. I don't want to keep justifying it, but I know the costs have gone up a lot. So, unfortunately, prices are going to keep going up. If you expect XM to keep making 999 edition size, it's going to keep going up. It's going to keep going up. So,
yeah,
when are you going to get updated? We're going to be updated soon. So far, I'm sticking with the original Cable. Build of materials. The materials have gone up a lot. Cost of materials have gone up by 30%. Cost of labor has gone up by 30%. And then also the factory run times have been reduced considerably due to the carbon emission laws. So then all pay a factor on everything. And then it all comes down to then whoever pays the most money, the factory will work for. And that's what it's coming down to.
Yeah.
Anywho. Hello, gentlemen. Any producer? No, but very soon. Book lots. I'll work early to catch you guys. Good to see you, buddy.
Heart, man.
Still got space for you, buddy. Got space for you to cover right there. Right there. Actually, no, that's that side. Sorry. Yeah, that side. With nice sleeve. I have no interest in edition size XM make 10,000. A lot of people do that. And do you want to be, if you want to be a premium brand, you can't be a mass, you can't mass produce things. So it's a balance. Prices have gone up for a lot of things, not just statues over the pandemic. Why is it? I don't understand the complaints, to be honest. The price of XM Cable has made me realize I'm officially priced out. Just not price range I considered for 1.4. Bring it. Yeah. All right. Next question. Last
I've got to
question.
say this as well. I've got to say this before we move on. So I was hit by something the other day that kind of hurt me a little bit. Like I was
Sorry,
talking to
man.
somebody.
Sorry, man. That was my left cross.
Wish. Fucking pansy fucking punch. Somebody said to me about about the price. They were talking to me on Messenger and stuff, and they were like, I'm officially like I've got to go. Like I've got to get out now. Like of the, it was basically like I'm out now of the hobby because I'm not going to buy anything else because everything's getting too expensive. And I turned around and I said, how does that mean that you're out? Like, why do people think that if you're not buying things at the moment that you're not a collector anymore, or you have to leave the hobby? Someone was actually genuinely saying to me, like, I have to leave the hobby now. I'm just like, I don't have to do shit. You don't want to buy anything for 5 years. Don't fucking buy anything for 5 years. You've paid your dues. You've paid your dues.
Yeah.
If you've got pieces in your collection and that's where you want to stay, that doesn't mean that you don't have a voice or an opinion or anything of any value. It just means, you know what? I'm going to take a little bit of a breather from this shit. I'm not going to be buying too much. And if I don't buy at all, then so be it.
Yeah.
I had to say that to him. And he was like thanking me. He said to me, like, I really appreciate you saying that. And I was just a bit like, I'm not saying it because I'm not saying it because I want a pat on the back or anything. It's just genuinely what I think. I just think that's how we should all be thinking with each other. That we've lost so many, OG people because of the price increases and everything else. And I just think that's a fucking waste. Personally, I think that's an absolute waste.
Yeah.
To be like, you know what, I'm not buying anything new, so that's me fucking. I'm gonna do something else. It's a bit like, well, still you can get involved and share old pieces and have communication and enjoy. It's sad, man.
Well, that's the whole thing that I actually was going to talk about, was the fact that you're saying that, oh my god, I'm out, these things are so expensive, oh my god, this. But the funny thing is, I actually saw someone, it was actually Lewis, I saw Lewis selling the original Green Goblin, for $350, and I was just like, that's the price it sold for originally. And I even commented. I don't normally comment on posts. I don't care what people sell things for and whatever else. I had to comment. I had to go like, "Fuck, that is cheap." $350.
It's a very nice piece. I mean, like that OG Green Goblin. I love that piece.
That's 260. I mean, actually, I did get it cheaper than that, but that's £360. That is like nothing. And that piece,
it's £260.
Sorry, 260. You're right. Sorry, 260. I said sorry. I'm sorry. I said 360, but 260. I meant. That price is obscene. That piece is so nice. That is one of the first Sideshow pieces. One of the first 5. I can't remember the whole 5, but the first 5 Sideshow pieces was that. And Lewis is selling it for that cheap. And I mean,
yeah, but there's deals are everywhere. Them deals are everywhere. There's loads of great pieces you can buy.
No, but that's the point I'm saying. Is like, just because the new pieces are priced at that, get your ass on eBay. Get your ass on sales groups. Get these older pieces. Some of these older pieces are gems. Some of these older pieces won't be topped. Won't be topped. I mean, that Green Goblin piece for me, something about that, it screams like that comic book look is phenomenal.
That is not a Green Goblin better than that one. There's no Green Goblin statue better than that one. So sorry
to my employers, but there is not. That piece is and that piece is still one of my favorite Spider-Man pieces that Sideshow have ever made, and that's one of their first pieces. I also have the first Hellboy that they made. I love that piece. Absolutely love that piece.
But that's what I'm saying.
Doctor Doom is one of their first pieces. All of these pieces are phenomenal pieces. But
the point is that there are still gems to be made at reasonable prices, so you can still get into. You can still be buying and selling and getting new and experiences. There's thousands and thousands of pieces that you probably not even aware of. I mean, Jesus Christ, we had fucking Bowen on for a chat once. And fucking when we were doing the research, we thought we were experts on Bowen designs, man. Fucking there were more pieces that we didn't know than the ones we did.
Yeah.
So we shared pictures going, we were going, this is Bowen. We were like, really? When the fuck you make that?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Sorry, I know First Figures Alex went on and explained in his streams the costs went up, which is why he said he doesn't plan on doing any new lines in 1/4 scale. All existing lines now will be 1/6. Problem with that is that once you kind of have the sculpt and once you start making pieces, the cost difference isn't as great as you think. So
Not in
the
scales,
saving
no.
isn't as much after that. So unless you're going to do dual scale, that would save you money. Dual scale, but yeah, fantastic point here. The community is often the best part. Yeah, the thrill of the hunt is everything, though. Of course, the group creates temptation. Yeah, true. I never felt having a hobby means you need to buy X amount per year. It doesn't.
Good.
And anyone who
And
makes you feel
promote that.
like anyone who makes you feel like that is just an elite fucking prick, and you don't need to be involved in that. We never.
You need to promote that as well. You need to, that's
Yeah.
what needs to be said. People need to share old pieces. They need to fucking remind people that, you know what? No, do you know what really breaks my heart sometimes on groups is when I see, like, for example, like I was talking about, I see like a Green Goblin post and no fucker comments on it. And I'm just looking at it thinking like no one's like talking about it because it's not new. And it's a bit like, you know what? If you saw this fucking piece, you'd know something.
Yeah.
You'd know something, I'm telling you. It's just
Once a collector, yeah. Once a collector, always a collector. Original Lobo is a good example. Original Lobo,
example.
That's a bit of a sore moment for me at the moment, a sore spot. At the
Wouldn't sell that piece.
I just sold it, and
I never sell it.
I regret that a little bit. Oh,
good thing is over there. That is a piece that doesn't.
Sorry, there we go. We have to have a moment of silence. I'm sorry, I've got to hush you every time this dude comes up. Ross Carter. Hi, Ross from Sydney. Great to see you both back. Spot on with the thoughts on the pricing. Both of you are respected so much for your opinions. Keep up the great work. Cheers. Fucking love this guy.
Yeah, we could do with him on Audible.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Ross.
God bless you, brother. Thank you.
I mean, no, we got what you meant there. State of collecting is so bad. Alex gave up his new house and moved into a storage unit. I am. You can see like a storage wars where it's literally like I'm in like a 16 by 14 container or whatever it is, and literally they're gonna sell my unit off when I die. I'm gonna die in the unit. They're gonna sell my body's gonna be in the middle of it. Fucking hilarious, price increases simply making collectors more selective of huge pieces. That's why it should be as well. Yeah. So here you go. Sorry, we're really slow with these topics. Group topic is the growth of the hobby killing it for some. So more companies, more repeat characters, higher edition sizes, whatever else.
Yeah, I mean, again, it comes down to this thing, isn't it?
Do you think there are more collectors?
I don't think there's as many as people like to think there is. I think people seem to think that there's just like, enough for everybody and everybody can make a cable or a fucking, the Spider-Man a million times and there's buyers for all them things. I don't quite think that that's the case.
No. Especially with the fact that I think the problem as well is the fact that maybe collectors are increasing, but
not as fast.
The older collectors are dropping out because of the price increase. So whereas when someone started collecting at something was $500 or $300 or whatever it was, as it's coming along, the prices are increasing so much that there are more people increasing at this end, but they're dropping out at the bottom at a quicker rate as well. So they will still be on Sideshow's database. They will still be on all the collector groups and whatever else. But once it gets to a point, they're not going to keep buying. They're not going to keep doing that because it's the same kind of thing. It's like if you buy something for $500 and then a year later is $1,000, you're just going to be like, what? Really? Like a
Yeah.
like 100% increase? What? And you're going to slow
Yeah.
down? That's well, for me, I'm definitely going to slow down. But once obviously there are going to keep being a turnaround. There's keep going to be new and old collectors. There's going to keep being. But I don't think there's enough new to justify the old leaving. I don't think it's. I think it's just like a steady flow.
I don't think there's enough new to justify the amount of companies with the same licenses and the amount of repetition we're seeing. There's much more companies out there vying for a piece of the pie. There's just too many companies now, and too many people having similar licenses, making similar pieces. It's becoming oversaturated.
When we got into the hobby, again, we weren't even in the hobby at the beginning, but when we got into the hobby, it was the case of when you have a company making a statue, that was the only one you can get. That was it. That company had the license for that piece, and you're not likely to get another company making that piece because it was more of an exclusive license.
Yes.
Now it's like, okay, we're going to give this license to everybody. And this is something as well, which I was at New York Comic Con, and I can say it actually because we don't XM don't actually deal with them. But when so I was at New York Comic Con, and a company came up to the booth, and basically they gave a brochure to I think it was Brian. And basically gave the brochure to Brian, and I was standing next to him. And it was like my second day of working with XM. Obviously, I've known XM for a long time. I've known the guys, so I've, I can talk to shit with them or whatever. And this big company come over, and it's a video game company. They give a brochure, and Brian was talking to the guy. The guy passes it to Brian. Brian is Asian, so he takes it with both hands, takes it. Oh, thank you. Opens it like this, and then goes, okay, thank you, and then passes it to me. I open it and go, oh, so which one of these licenses are exclusive? And they go, oh, well, we have licenses with X, Y, Z, whatever. I'm like, you see this one here? This is being made by these three companies at the moment. This one here is being made by these other two companies, and it's been teased by another two as well. This one as well, we're kind of on the same. So which one can you kind of give us, which is going to be something that we can make that no one else is making? And they're like, well,
none.
We kind of have offered it to every kind of company. Each one of these has a company attached to it. I don't think it's good enough for us to kind of move in on. Gave it back to Brian, and I walked off. And basically, Brian came up to me later on, like literally after they left. He was like, "Hey, bro, man, that was really harsh. What the fuck?" And I was like, "Listen, Brian, with the image we put across and whatever else, we don't want to make what other people are making. We want to make something of our own, which is why we did all the Spider-Man villains, why we did all these other things. We want to do that. And these companies just giving it out to anyone who will take it. So you don't want to be involved with that. You may sell 100 units, 200 units, whatever, but it's not going to be something that's going to stay in people's minds. So do you want to do that?" And that was basically it. Yeah.
So Western.
I kind of got told not spoken to about it, but kind of like, well, that was just really harsh. I was like, yeah, but we don't want to be involved in that. It's like, yeah, but it's good to keep doors open. I was like, no, in that case, no.
Yeah, I've got a side with Brian.
Well, the problem is,
I like the way Asians do business because they smile and they nod and then they walk off. They walk off and go, "Yeah, fuck them," but they don't say it. They don't. That's the world of business. The way you handled it again is like I would tell you. It's emotional and not necessary. I would totally be. You do that talking in private. You know, this is the problem. You deal with cutthroat people. You don't ever say what you're thinking. Jesus Christ! If you watched Godfather, you'd fucking learn something.
I've never seen it, so
watch it.
Maybe.
There's a part where he turns around and he says they're in like a meeting, and exactly that. One of his sons starts talking, and then he said, like, just as he starts opening his mouth, his dad turns around to him and is just like, you know, oh, and then he shuts up and he says, "Oh, forgive my son. You know, you can see he's clearly spoiled." And then when they walk out of the room, he says, "Never fucking tell people what you're thinking. Never in a meeting discuss what you really think. Never express it. Keep it to yourself. We'll talk about it later." And that's what Brian was trying to say to you, because you are probably right, Alex. You're probably 100% right.
I think that's why Brian.
Why did you fucking tell them? I think
that's why Brian left, because I kept talking. We walked around Comic-Con together like several times, and I kept talking to all the artists. I was like, "Yeah, you can't fucking draw for shit. Nah, we don't want this fucking dickhead. Nah." But Brian's like, "Yeah, I gotta get out of here, man. I've just created a monster." Maybe. Bogalas has got his Prime on Sauron coming. I just actually saw.
Got some pictures of that. Got some pictures in here today.
Yeah, we've got some coming. Well, if we're going to get, I don't think we get them today, but yeah. But I actually saw your video the other day of how you do your videos with your backdrops and your lighting, and yeah, really cool, man. Really cool. Superman Kelly. There you go. Every 10 new pieces are shown. It's impossible to keep up. It is impossible. You can't buy every piece. So many statues options compared to 2 years ago. Imagine how many Cables and Batmans they're going to be in another 2 years. Well, imagine how many Batmans there have been already. I think collectors also look differently. I think collecting also looks differently from collectors now as well. I see so many go back to 1.6, like we used to with Bones. Bones are 1.7. There are also exciting new pieces. Tweet has Kobakia.
Yeah,
well, Kobakia has got a new Cable coming that looks fantastic. I don't have pictures of it actually. Tweet has got some great pieces, and obviously XM has got the 1.6 scale stuff. So there are a lot of smaller pieces coming as well. Resale prices have dropped, saturated the market. Yeah, so obviously there are times as well where it's better to wait, be patient. Don't wait and be that person who's like, I need to be the guy who gets it in the moment. Just wait and just go, have a piece in mind. I have a couple of pieces in mind. I'm going to get them at after price. I'm not going to pay Sideshow to ship them to me. So yeah. More statue companies means a variety of competition. Better for collectors, in my opinion. I think variety is definitely better for collectors because obviously not every company is going to make something in your style that you like, but obviously each company has different price points. So that is a problem, and also different availability. So, you know, if you like something from Queen Studios, for example, I have a piece on pre-order. It's cost me quite a lot of money to get in. But
when's it coming?
You know, I don't know. I need to contact. I paid quite a bit already towards it, but yeah, I need to contact them. So certain companies are going to cost you a lot more to get. I mean, that Venom bust, I love that Venom bust by Queen Studios. I'm tempted. I don't like the Carnage.
No,
I don't like the Carnage at all. Volumes of companies released is a material. It boils down to usual taste and disconcernment. Has always been the case. Yeah, but when you were collecting Starco, you got to remember that Bowen was the king. Bowen was the easy choice when you were collecting. There was no other real choice for what you were collecting at that point. You know, now quarter scale is a big market, but at your time,
so much has changed since then.
Man.
I mean, yeah.
When was the last time
we've got petrol cars now. We're not on horses with fucking sticks anymore.
Starco, when was the last time you pre-ordered a piece from a company and not got it on eBay? That's the question as well. And I bet it was a Bowen piece as well from,
1924.
Yeah, so we go 5 to 7 years and only one Venom Comic. Exactly. That Venom Comic was like the only piece. so long.
Sell it for big money. Big money. Don't know what it sells for now, man. But that fucking
pick and choose different worlds a few years ago. Totally different. Totally different. And now as well, any dickhead with a computer can be a commissioner. You contact a company. I if I wanted to, I could contact people to. I mean, okay, that's probably a bad example because I've got a lot of contacts, but I don't mean to be a dick about that. But I could commission something tomorrow, get it set up, and have it out. Get in touch with the batteries, whatever else. I could commission something easily. But the thing is as an average Joe, you can do it now. An average person could just go, I want to make this, put it on a statue group. You'll get contacted by a factory and they'll go, we'll help you with this, we'll help you with that, we'll help you with that. And you can do it. Any guy can be a commissioner now. So, yeah. One of the biggest problems amongst collectors is the fear of missing out. FOMO. FOMO is a big thing. A little disconcernment, the way things go. Just look at the junk Mr. X's Paul. He's selling everything. So, yeah. Also, he's full of shit if he says he ain't got stuff for free. Anyway, so, yeah. Do you know who said they never got a free piece?
Yeah.
Do you want to know who said they never, ever received a free piece in their life?
Go on.
George Medina. Says he's never. And what's his guy?
Have you still got all his copies of all the emails he sent to the companies where he was asking for free statues and telling them, slagging us all off? You got those?
RaddTitan got that for free. Why not me? Please, why not me? Craig Walker messaged me like going, because someone mentioned George about something. Apparently, he says if someone says, I have a piece I'd like you to review, and he goes, yeah, that will cost you this much. And that's what he used to do, is charge them for it. And he said, I've never received a free piece, only discounted pieces. And Craig Walker was defending him because he's a friend, and he's told Craig Walker, I've never received a free piece. So Craig Walker's like, well, I've spoken to George, he's my good friend. He says he's never received a free piece. And I've said, I think you need to speak to your friend, because we've received free pieces from companies and they've sent them to him at the same time. And he's still receiving 3 pieces now. And I can tell you a list of companies that are sending them. And he's like, no, I don't believe you because, he's my friend. Why would he lie to me? I said, it might not be that he's lying to you. It might be that he's just covering his ass and just saying he doesn't want to share that information. But, if you want to know, he is. So yeah, fine.
Isn't it shit when fucking mates lie to your fucking face?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Anyway, competition should cause.
Of course I didn't fuck her. What do you mean?
What? What do you mean my cock still smells like a pussy? No. No. Competition should cause more competitive pricing, should it not? That's a good point. But again, it doesn't work like that. It really doesn't work. Warren, I think you're being too black and white about it. You're being very like, this is what things should cost. And the problem with that is just because a company can release something for one price, it doesn't mean another company can. It doesn't mean they have the same factory costs. It doesn't mean they got the same licensing costs.
Do you know what it does?
It doesn't mean a lot of things.
Do you know what it does mean? No, it means that if somebody does sell something and they start breaking the tiers, they go high. If they go higher and it sells really well, it means that other companies think about it too.
Follow. Well, the problem with that is when customs
have been breaking every rule, putting out mediocre to shit pieces, charging a lot of money. But they're charging a lot of money, and people are paying it, and they're being very open about paying it, and all the companies can see this. It's just like a big flag in the sand. They're going, oh yeah, I've got this. Oh, me too. Oh, I got it too. I got it too. And they're all going. The companies are sitting there going, they're paying $3,000 for this shit. How much is our piece there that we're planning on release? How much is that? How much is that fucking Ultron we're planning on? How much? It's for fucking 4 times the price, this piece of shit here. And
That's the
it does
problem
happen.
is when you have no licensing costs, and then you get to a point of we're going to release this piece from a really shit factory. We were like making it from this really high-end factory. We're going to release it from this shit factory. We're going to make it as a kit. It's not even going to be painted, and we're going to send it out to you. And basically, that is it. No licensing costs, no QC costs, no like back and forward with licenses, which costs a lot of money. No this, no that. And you're paying the fucking like ridiculously high-end price of it. It's like you get to a point of like, well,
disbelief.
Companies are going to want a bit of that. You know, companies are going to be like, what do you know, why is that the case? And then all these guys now, as I say, with this many custom companies, I don't like to call them that, making shit. So there's like literally when you look at the custom stuff, there is some really nice stuff. But a majority of it, you look at it and you're like, what the fuck is that? You look at it like, really? You're buying that for how much? Jesus Christ, you need to get that commissioner's cock out right out the back of your throat. You know, you need to fucking stop sucking that fuck. You know what I mean? You need to stop. Anyway.
You can always rely on Alex's literal interpretation of things.
That's how my mind works. If a statue doesn't retain the value, then they aren't collector items anymore. They're going to spend $1,800 on the statue, being expensive and not a collectible asset. Potentially. Yeah. Becoming a potential. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the thing as well as collectibles in a way need to be collectible. They need to be hard to get. They need to be, you know, in a way, they need to be, they are going to go up in value or need to be limited at least as well. Limited is, I think, the main thing about being a collectible. It doesn't necessarily need to go up in value. I think it's more limited, isn't it?
The problem is like, you know, the up in value thing is dependent on time. You know, eventually things, they go up and then they come down, they change, they fluctuate all the time. So, you know, we used to say years ago that, you know, new versions, people used to say like, oh, you know, the Comiket won't be affected, the Venom Comiket won't be affected by X and Venom, and now Sideshow releasing another Venom. And they'd be like, no, it's not going to be affected because the quality will last and speak for itself. And it's like, no, it will be affected. And the more they bring out, the more that will go into the background and it will become less and less. And that's exactly what happens. And that's exactly what has happened, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah. But that Venom used to sell for like $1,200, $1,500.
Easily.
You can get that.
Yeah.
You can get that now for £500.
£600. Yeah. I would have said that for the exclusive, probably £500-600.
I don't know. The exclusive is really low. You don't see the exclusive often.
Yeah.
The regular one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, the regular one. And the regular one, actually, I've seen a few of them, and I always prefer the paint on the regular one.
I like them.
I can always tell. I can always tell the difference. Like when someone's got one, I go, you know, is that the regular? They're like, yeah. How do you know? I'm always like, yeah, because paint looks better. Yeah.
I do like that. Actually, to be honest with you, it's one of those pieces where I do like it. Mr. X is an absolute Hampton. What is a Hampton?
I don't know what that is. That sounds like an insult, but it's funny.
It's got to be an insult. What is a Hampton?
What's a Hampton? I don't know.
It's
got to be an American thing. It's got to be an American thing.
I don't know if they've covered it yet, but what were your thoughts on the? I've got out actually. I don't know if we're going to go into that. Pieces aren't good. Okay, we're going to go into those now. These most franchise sets I've ever seen. LOL. Morning. Fucking Adam. Jesus, morning is like midnight, dickhead. Ollie Jensen. I just like majority of customs I see. There are so many customs which I look at and I'm just like.
There's some nice. There's some nice.
There is some phenomenal.
There's a lot of meh, and there is an awful lot of shit.
Yeah.
Awful lot.
That's the problem, though. The balance of it being okay. Well, this is phenomenal.
If you had to say the ratio, in your opinion, what would you say it was? Give me the good to great ratio. Give me the meh ratio, and give me the dog shit ratio.
To be honest with you, I literally see like less than one a month. I think is amazing.
So give me a ratio.
I don't know, like 100 to fucking 1. I don't know. I really don't think it's
So
that
you
high.
merge. I would say that the good is about 5%, and then I would say the meh is around 45%, and the shit is 50%.
Yeah.
And then George is calling me now.
There's a lot of shit though, really. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Dude, I've got to go look after the boy. If you jump off, then I'll see you later. If you carry on, I'll see what happens.
well, you coming in? Oh, sorry, you're going to come back? Okay, well. All right, let me finish off the comments and then Hampton's on the cock slang. Come on, chaps. I'm a Kilburn native. Is it really Hampton? I've never heard of that. What does it mean? You should do a year earlier show. The custom venoms, yeah, custom venoms. Jesus. You better buy mass product statues. You can't go wrong for sure. That's the way it's going to go. Totally good on customs. A lot of praise for shit. Yeah, there's so much stuff where you see people going in. Oh yeah, and you're just like, what the fuck are you buying? Are you really actually going to buy that? You know, so like there is so much shit that people like say they're going to buy and just don't know. Let me open this up. Not that one. There you go. All right, so this is basically just a reminder that you know, I moved house, so this is my new kind of place when I was moving in. So if you look up at the top, I don't know if you can see my mouse. I think you can. This is kind of where I am now, and I'm up here, and then this is like my kitchen area here, my lounge, and then my bedroom's right there. But yeah, it's kind of like a 1 bedroom, kind of 2 bedroom place. Well, 1 bedroom right there, but then like this is all like a massive kind of 5.5 meter by 4.5 meter place up there, which is where I'm now with all my boxes. So that's where I am at the moment. Sorry. Turn it off. Then next up, this is the Leon Kennedy. This is by Darkside Collectibles. Resident Evil 4 was one of the games which obviously I love Resident Evil. I'm a huge fan of Resident Evil. I think that when Resident Evil 1 came out, Resident Evil 2, they were some of the games which blew me away. And I just thought, my God, these games are amazing. I love zombie horror. I love this kind of stuff. And they just opened up this whole thing to me and just basically made me think to myself, like, wow, you know, these games are like everything I love in horror films. And then what happened is Resident Evil 4 came out and it was like, there's no zombies in this. And you're like, what? No zombies in a Resident Evil game? Are you kidding me? But Resident Evil 4 is still one of the best of them. Obviously, been ported over to a few of the other consoles. But again, it's like, you know, you think it's just a great game. But anyway, this is by Darkside Collectibles, and they've done a really good job. You got the base there, which is when you see I can't remember his name, the merchant for the first time, and then also you got the monk. I think it's called the Skull Crusher, which basically is on the base there as well. And yeah, Leon Kennedy obviously went from Resident Evil 2 to 4, and he's probably one of my favorite characters, in all honesty. Probably one of my favorites for sure. Really cool, really nice piece by Darkside Collectibles. Really great. Switch outs there as well. We got the knife. Yeah, really nice. And you also got the they're doing the Lord of the Rings pieces. So yeah, really cool. I know Adam's all into all this sort of stuff as well. So these are really cool pieces. The King as well. Yeah, Resident Evil 4. Yeah, what you buying? That's it. Resident Evil 4. What you selling? I remember that. Stuck with Venom, definitely best. I'm almost 60. Pre-order wasn't a thing when I started collecting. Yeah, for sure. Very nice piece of Resident Evil. They did an Ada as well. Did a really nice Ada. So yeah, this is really cool. They got the license for Lord of the Rings, so loads of pieces coming from them. Really cool. And also then they got the Neo, so they're going to be doing that soon. And yeah, that's in museum pose. Very, very cool. Really looking forward to the new film as well. So yeah, very nice piece. Very early days. So yeah. And then you go into the Iron Studios. So they obviously had an event, and they got the first scene inside. So these are the smaller pieces, 1/10 scale X23, and then the Apocalypse looks really cool actually. And obviously, being 1/10 scale is easy to display. And then you got there like a layout of the Eternals. Can't really see enough of them there to be honest with you, but yeah. Then also you have. I actually don't know that character. Who's that? Does anyone know who that is? Because I actually really don't know who that is. Then you've got the Phantom. And oh god, what was his name? This is the Wolverine android as well, with a little kid. So Alfred, I think he was called. Yeah, I think he was Alfred. So yeah, that's him. Then you got the switch out for. Oh god, was that Flash Gordon? Sorry, Carl. Yeah, before my time. I've never seen Flash Gordon in the movie, and a bit of Ming as well. There you go. Yeah, Alfred. A bit of Apocalypse there, ripping up. I don't quite know what that is. It looks like he's like putting up like Deadpool's moped or something. I don't know what it is. Then you got the Sam. The Captain America. And this is one they do this in a few versions. So you get the Ulma version, same as the Hawkman, but this is quarter scale. So you have the one with the wings spread out and the one with the cold, and you can buy the out and the cold separately. So obviously this is going to be a huge piece with his wings spread out like that. And you got that one, which is probably, I would assume this one wouldn't sell very well, but this one's going to sell better as an individual piece. And it was made of as well. So yeah, something called. I could see his likeness there, but again, maybe it's the images, but it could be a bit better. It could be. It looks a bit too. I don't know. Something about it doesn't look realistic enough. I'm getting the Hot Toys version of the Captain America Punisher XS. I've seen Flash Gordon, but like a long time ago. I mean, I'm talking about like when I was like a kid, like less than 10. I've definitely seen it, but yeah, I do like Defenders of the Earth. Oh yeah, Defenders of the Earth was badass. And if George is here, he'd be singing that because the Defenders of the Earth, Defenders. Master of magic spells and illusion, enemies crumble, fear and confusion. Magic, defenders of the earth. Get the Hot Toy version, do better. Well, check out the original Flash Gordon TV show, better than the movie. I've seen the movie. Sam Jones, I think it is, yeah. And then, yeah, so you got him on the steps, which actually matches the original kind of pieces they did with the Avengers, where they did that where Black Panther, all those kind of characters where they were built up on steps on the outside. So you could probably display that with those anyway. You got that with wings out, and then it's got the height. You got the measurements there. So this is in inches, so 32.8 inches high. Wow, that's really high. 37.4 inches wide, 28 point. That is huge. Jesus, is that like, is that quarter scale? Because that's massive. 82 centimeters by 92 centimeters by 72 centimeters. That's huge. Jesus Christ. Did you watch June? Quite random. I did watch June. I need to kind of think about this in a way where I can word it. But like with June, I actually really enjoyed it to a degree because I saw elements. I tried to watch the first one, the original movie. I fell asleep, honestly. And the parts I watched, when I watched the new movie, I could see how they kind of kept true to it, and so whereas they kept true to it, they you could take the references from there. There were points of it which I felt were done better in the original, like the part with the part where he puts his hand in the box or whatever else. But visually, the new one is amazing. The sound I didn't like, the music I didn't like. I felt it was a bit like it didn't really match. But I watched it in the IMAX as well. So for me, by watching it in the IMAX, I was immersed in it a lot more. If I watched it obviously on my TV, I would have probably turned it off because there wasn't really enough happening. But to be in that situation, I did enjoy it in that regard. I don't think I'd ever watch it again, but yeah, it wasn't terrible. But yeah. I never got into June. I watched the original recently and yeah, I did enjoy it. A lot of customs feel they needed a lot more art direction. They do. So what else we got? So that's the measurements for that. And then also, if you then take into consideration the one without his wings spread out, he's 24 inches high, 14 wide, and 13 deep. That's a real difference. That's 30, 32 and 24. That's so different. Wow. Then you have the Scarlet Witch. So this is obviously from, I believe this is from TV show One Division, and again looks quite cool. But a lot of people are complaining about the face. Also, the back of it looks a little bit weird. So you got that, and obviously that's the section of kind of like the barrier that she creates between her and the earth, and so this is 26 inches high, 14.1 wide, and 12.2 deep. The likeness is all right. You can tell it's her, but again, it's one of those things you need to see in person. You need to see it up close. And I think we're spoiled. I really do think we're really spoiled with the fact that now we have all these silicon heads and all these likenesses, which are absolutely crazy. So now we expect a lot more. We think that, because people can make this out of silicon and charge $2,000, that the polystone now should be better by a bigger degree. But it's a different material. It's harder to work on, much harder to work on. Then you got the vision. You got that there. And really cool piece. Definitely from the TV show, not from the actual Avengers kind of movie. But yeah. Then you got the legendary beasts, Cyclops, 1/3 scale. Not overly a fan of this. I mean, that was always my favorite card from the 90s. I think it's a Marvel Milestones card where he's doing this pose. But I personally find this too similar to the XM version. I know it's a collaboration with XM, but it's a bit more like a distribution thing. I just find that there's not really much difference in the pose, and I just find that it's quite awkward to go from, that kind of pose to, it is quite smart though how this change out happens, because the actual change out happens from like here. So this part here changes out. I don't know if you can see my mouse there. So that is the part where it changes out. And that's an ingenious way of engineering it. But still, I think it looks too much like the XM version as such. Yeah, they've got different heads, up, down. That's the bonus portrait early bird, which I think you still got like a week or so to order that. And then there's the other ones. So yeah. So have you ever seen an in-hand statue of Mastercrafts? As I have Stanley one coming. The pictures look amazing with the... Never heard of Mastercrafts, buddy. Never heard of them. Yeah, not a fan of that. I just find it too much like the XM and the lean too far forward. I don't know. Not for me. And then on the base, I think this is the Brood on the base there from the story. But obviously the detail there on the face looks great. The texturing on the suit looks great. All that sort of stuff. The base looks cool, you know, that storyline. But for me, not something I would buy for sure. I think I've got a lot of pictures there. So. Then you got the Prime one, and this is the Batman versus Killer Croc. These pieces are coming out. I don't know the scale of this one. I think a lot of these were coming out and they were like quarter scale and 1/6 scale, but some of these are coming out. I think the Batman versus Joker was quarter scale, and the price was really high. I don't know what the price is for this. I don't really like the rendition of the Killer Croc there at all. But yeah, and even the Batman looked quite soft there, so these must be just renders. I don't even know if they're true sculpts yet. Then you got Gypsy Danger. So this is from the reveals. Sorry, God. Thanks, Jalen. Batman versus Joker was 1/3. What is that? So what is that base? Otherwise, no Cyclops. It's the Brood, apparently. Brood. What do you think of Sideshow Prime 1 show overall? I think there were some really nice pieces, but for me, nothing. Hopefully, well, nothing I'm going to get. I mean, there was obviously the Guyver 2, which we're going to get onto, but yeah, there was some nice pieces, but just luckily not for me. Any news on the? Unfortunately, not sure at the moment, buddy. So yeah, there's Gypsy Danger. This is the kind of bigger scale piece, full scale body. Looks really cool, but again, it's one of those pieces which it's a nice piece, but I don't think Sideshow's sold very well when it came out around the time of the movie. So is this really going to sell very well when you know it's so much later? I mean, I think that Pacific Rim was a very cool movie, but I don't know. I don't think the pieces sold well at the time. So, yeah. Then Gypsy Danger Bust, which is like human scale, I believe. Again, it's like, really? I don't know. Again, I really like Pacific Rim as a movie, and I like the idea when they were talking about originally, when they were talking about it being Godzilla world being built up, King Kong world being built up, Pacific Rim being built up, and then they're all meant to be joined and amalgamate. But again, I think something happened with the Pacific Rim people where they were like, oh yeah, we did well, screw you guys, we're going to do our own thing, and they kind of disappeared doing their own thing. But Gypsy, they should have actually gone on to get involved with the Godzilla stuff, and that would have been awesome, absolutely awesome. But again, I think this is just like too late. Cheers, Liam. Bad love, buddy. Yeah, we covered pricing and stuff. So yeah, XM has an alien license. Will they do a Ripley? I don't think we will. I don't think one, unfortunately. Yeah, one. Okay. Have a shot on me. Can't get a shot in London for that. Yeah, so this bust, it looks cool, but again, it's one of those things that, you know, I just think it's like too late. It's so many like licenses released and telling people to release things so late now that it's like, you know what? I mean, yeah, 5 years ago, this would have sold so well, but now it's such a harder sell. Such a harder sell. Totoro didn't direct the second movie, which was a bummer. I didn't know Totoro directed the first one, but you know, Totoro is a huge Sideshow fan, and there is a scene in that as well where there is basically there's a scene in that where basically
dude, I'm gonna have. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bounce out of here because
Okay.
the little one's up and disturbed, and you know the situation. So I've got to bounce and crack on with this. So I have to love you and leave you.
All right, I'll go shoot off then.
But I'll finish up where you're at, and then I'll see you all next week. Hopefully, we get this running. It won't waffle on so long this next time. But
well, we had like 2 weeks off, so we had to waffle on a lot.
This looks awesome, by the way. But I'll catch you all on the next one. Yeah. God bless you all.
All right,
stay safe,
care, buddy. Let me know about tomorrow. Yeah.
I will do. Yeah, I'm gonna book it tomorrow morning, so I'll sort it. Bye.
Bye. All right. So what I'll do then? Yeah, I didn't know Totoro didn't direct it. I didn't know Totoro directed the first one, but there is a scene in the first one where they pick up a storage container and they hit the other one with the storage container, and basically it's a Sideshow Collectibles storage container, and that's the funny thing. What we do then is, unfortunately, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to finish off. I'm not going to do it solo. So what I do is we'll come back next week, and we'll do that. I'm not going to do it on my own because I'll just ramble on and sound like an idiot. But yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And if you are, thank you. Thank you for your support. And make sure you click up on the thumbs up. And mad love, everyone. We'll try and get these back on weekly. And let's see how it goes. Thanks, everyone. You take care, and bye-bye.